transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Welcome to the ThinkSoJoE Show. I swear I clicked that off. I don't know why it's still up there. There it is. Hey, here we go. Okay. And Ryan. You get the lower thirds for everybody except for Ryan. Ryan's back.
What's
Ryan's
going
here.
on?
Ryan's here. This is like old co-host day or something because you're here. Karina's got a little video coming up later in the show for everybody. So
Yeah, the eagerly anticipated return of the quitters.
yeah, right. Well, you know, you've got a show to promote. She's got a show to promote.
Hell
Technically,
yeah.
all WNY has a show to promote. All WNY, Friday the 13th with Spud and Hell Ever After and Claymore. That's Friday at Stamps. Yay.
Yeah, don't go to any of them. Just go see Big D in the kids' table.
Go
That's
to
what's
see
gonna
it.
fucking happen anyways.
I didn't even know that show was happening. I went to Best Buy and I saw my buddy Brandon and he's like, oh yeah, Big D's is playing on Friday. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to see my buddy's Shambles. He's like, oh, I'm not familiar with them. I'm like, dude, you know every single punk band. You don't know Shambles?
I mean, we are like perpetual slackers, though. Like, I would think they would know us at this point, but hey, you know, we have been a Blink-182 cover band for the past 8 months during our little gas leak here, so who knows?
this is true. Yeah, I don't. It was like, dude, you know every. And then we're talking about like the Bad Cop show next weekend, and I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to find a ride. I'm like, you know the dudes in On the Cinder? He's like, yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
I'm
we
going
know
with
it's
them.
We played in their basement all the fucking time.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw them the other day. They were playing with Over and Out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. The O&O release show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Fucking
Over and Out, they kind of they only played like half their set, but like
really.
yeah, I guess Rob wasn't feeling great, so
That kind of sucks.
yeah, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. Like, you know, don't push it if you're not totally feeling it. You know.
I mean, they played the song about wanting to be friends with all the cats in the world, so
I mean, that's all you need.
yeah,
Once
they
that's done,
got to that one, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna play one old one, and then we're going. Like, okay, cool.
I mean, once that happens, yeah, err on the side of brevity. Finish on top.
Yes.
leave strong and then leave. This chat is just.
Laura says that her prediction is that John is going to say 10 words during the show.
Yes.
10 words. There's one.
Exactly right.
2, 3, 4.
Hi.
There's 5.
Dude, you're already halfway to your quota,
She changed
man.
it to 7 though. So.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's 8.
Oh,
There's 8.
We've gone over the threshold. You're getting paid OT now, buddy.
Hell yeah, I'm done.
He's done. That was 11, by the way. He's done.
But
Actually, it might have been 12 because you were at 8 and then you said 4 words, so that's 12. All right, you're over your quota now. Now we got to pay you more. He's done.
That's fucking right, man.
So Shambles does have a show on Friday.
That is right. Yeah, we're
Upstairs at Good Bar.
Upstairs at Good Bar, yes. Yeah, we're playing. We got reached out to by the people from Riot Squad Productions. They were putting together a Friday the 13th show, so it's going to be us with Cardboard Homestead, the Heathens, and Massive Blowout from Rochester. So it should be a pretty good mixture of like folk punk, hardcore punk, and like skate punk. It should be a pretty fun night. It's upstairs at Good Bar, 8 p.m. I think it's $13 because of the Friday the 13th. So come hang out.
That's right. I have it. I have it right here. Actually, I have the information. It is $10 in advance, $13 at the door.
Even better. See, look at me doing a terrible job of plugging it. Yeah,
21 and up at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Friday night?
We've got the pre-sale ticket link up on our Facebook page, and I'll go back on and replug that and make sure it's available because it's $10 if you buy in advance, and then it's $13 if you're at the door. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's the first time we've done a full show of original songs since the end of the pandemic, so it's gonna be a lot of old school Shambles, a lot of yelling, a lot of swearing, a lot of us telling dumb jokes about our butts. Should be a lot of fun.
So I actually, we're going to play Shambles at the end of the show.
Ah, okay.
Because, you know, that recency bias, right? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Recency.
So we'll play Hell Ever After, and then we'll play you guys. So like people will be like, oh, that sounds cool. We'll do that on Friday. And then they'll hear Shambles be like, well, those guys kind of suck, but I heard them more recently, so we're going to go to their show instead.
That's it exactly. I mean, fuck Shambles, but if you hear us, you'll want to see us.
Now, the song that I picked to play from Shambles, I picked for a very specific reason.
Yeah.
Which is that it happens to mention the date of the next time we're playing a show together, which is May 28th out in Sanborn at the Walmore Inn with Cardiac Cassette and a whole bunch of other bands.
Yeah.
It's an outdoor bill. It's a cancer benefit. It's $10 donation, I think, to get in. Somebody knows better than me, I'm sure. I'll pull it up later. But anyway.
Look at us just professionally plugging our shit.
Hey, we're getting all the plugs out of the way, so then you can just go on your lawyer rants for like half an hour, like you usually do.
Dude, I mean, you had more info than I did about that Sanborn show. I was just like, yeah, it's somewhere in Sanborn, and we're using actual amps instead
what the
of
fuck?
the in-ear sets. It's an actual punk rock set.
We have been using in-ears since Ryan's been in the band, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think we got those like right before you joined.
Yep.
So we've been using in-ears. We have not used actual amps in I don't know how long. And so we got this show coming up where we actually have to use amps, and it's just weird. It's like, I got to remember to make sure I have my earplugs. Of course, I always have my earplugs.
Yeah.
Ear protection is important.
Super fucking critical, especially if you're standing with an amp right behind you blasting.
I walked into Good Bar a couple of weeks ago, and I put on I put on my earplugs because I walk in, and I was meeting up with Steph, who's in the chat, and I said, "Hey, where are you?" She said, "Oh, we're downstairs by the bar, or by the band." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I walk over to where the band is, and I see Steph, and I see the band is about to play a song, so I get out my earplugs, and she's like, "Look at you with your earphones." Like, no, earplugs. Hearing protection is important, especially with my job.
Yeah, dude.
She's calling me an old man in the chat. Look at that.
I mean, it's an old man thing to do, but it's a cool old man thing to do, right? Protect your hearing.
Right.
Dude, me and fucking Natalie can't hear each other. And we have a typical Buffalo house. It'll be one room over, and she'll be like, I'll just hear, and I'll be like, what the fuck are you saying? And it's something important, like the dog got out, go get him, and I just can't hear. So protect your hearing.
See, I'm in a band, and I do voiceovers, and I need my hearing, so it is very important for me to protect my hearing, especially we were standing like 3 feet away from the stage.
Yeah, dude.
Well, they were playing John's favorite song, Sweet Child of Mine, by Guns N' Roses.
It's loud as fuck down there, too, man, yeah.
Can you get to the shelf behind you? Can you, the books on the bottom shelf there? Yeah. Because there is a Sweet Child of Mine book down there somewhere.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. I'm not going to have you dig through the books, but there's a Sweet Child of Mine book down there. I have a bunch of, like, rock song kid books, and that was, like, the second one I got. I actually got it, like, a year ago today. It came up in my memories. Well, hey, I remember getting that book.
So it's like hit rock songs, but rewritten to be in the style of a children's, Goodnight Moon book or whatever the fuck.
Well, see, this is if I leave a show and I don't have ringing in my ears, I didn't do it right.
There's something to be said for that, because I've gone to shows recently and forgotten my earplugs, and it's almost like getting like a runner's high or whatever. Like you blast your ears out so much that you actually kind of go on a little bit of a trip, and that's a lot of fun. But just like anything where you are overdriving something in your body, drugs, food, running, eventually your body breaks down, and with the loud noises, you'll be 33, you'll be my fucking age, and you won't be able to hear shit.
So Laura's asking, who's the child on the left? It's her ex-husband. They were married last week.
Oh, no shit. I missed a wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
And she wants to know why this child has paint tattoos. I think she's talking about these. He's looking at his arm that doesn't have tattoos.
Right,
he's like,
paint tattoo.
He's like, what tattoos?
Very funny.
She's 33.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Nobody likes you when you're 23 or 33. We're fucked.
I'll tell you what, I hadn't worn ear protection until just a few years ago. And I went to see Metallica in Foxborough with some friends of mine. And we're staying with their buddy in Providence. And he's like, here's some earplugs. Like, handing me, like, foam earplugs. I'm like, I don't wear earplugs, dude. He's like, no, wear the earplugs. I'm like, I'm not gonna wear the No, dude, take the earplugs. It's important to protect your hearing. I'm like, all right, man, if you insist. So I put the earplugs in, and they stayed in through, like, half of Metallica's set before one finally fell out. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. That was like my fourth Metallica shows. I'm like, if I haven't killed myself by now doing this, another half a Metallica show won't hurt. And then when I was in San Francisco, so the reason I started carrying around earplugs is because of Brian. Because of Katie and Brian, because when we were first starting, by the way, merch.thinksojoe.com, buy your new ThinkSoJoE t-shirts. I got a couple of those this week. I'm not wearing them. I'm wearing my Joe Buck Yourself t-shirt. Anyway. So Katie goes, hey, Brian, what kind of earplugs were those that you just bought? And Brian shared the link in the group chat, and I'm just like, hey, I'm going to get myself a pair of those too. And I've had them ever since, and I recommend them to, like, anybody. Yeah. and so anytime I accidentally wind up at a show, which actually happens quite often, I have earplugs, and I'm ready to go. Except when I was in San Francisco, the first night, I'm like, I don't need to bring my keys to this. I could just leave them here on the bed. And then I got to the show, and I'm like, oh, wait, my earplugs are in my case on my keys. Yep. Crap.
No good.
So I had to sit through the first night of Metallica with no earplugs and just...
just blow your eardrums out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cumulative thing. Unless you really expose yourself to some aggressive shit like a jet engine or something, you're not going to blow your ears out in one night. It's cumulative, but, like, it does happen. It's a good freaking move to wear them, man.
For sure.
The other thing is...
John, say words. He's not allowed. Oh, yeah. You banned him from saying words. You told him he was only going to say 10.
I said 12. You counted.
Well, you're way past that now.
The whole operation's going off the rails.
I want to hear John go on, like, a very verbose rant about something like you usually do.
Like some Silent Bob shit just comes out. Like,
You're talking about that. I'm Silent Bob. He's Jay.
Hey, who am I? Can I be Randall?
Yes.
Sure.
All right,
yes,
let's fucking
absolutely.
go. All right.
Why does the guy on the left, I don't know who this, why did the guy on his left look stoned out of his gourds?
Stoned.
You look like you're stoned, apparently.
I don't even smoke.
Yeah, right. He's dressed like Jimbo from The Simpsons today. He's got the skull and the crossbones on his shirt.
I kind of see it. You are pulling a Jimbo.
You just need the knit cap.
A knit cap and a grape squishy, man. You're good to go.
He's just going to be like, my shirt's chafing me, baby. You mind if I take it off? I can't believe it. Now my pants are chafing me. Meg Ryan, what types of sharks do you like?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, nice. So I got a call from a guy earlier, left a voicemail. Your car's extended warranty, and I'm just like, I should call this guy back. On the air and be like, yo, you're on the air. My lawyer's sitting right next to me. He says these things are a kind of scam, but you sound like an honest guy, so tell me what kind of car I drive, and we'll continue.
I guarantee you, he just goes click, and that fucking call ends. That would be a lot of fun, honestly, but, like, I wish I had something smarter to say, but, like, man, that motherfucker's just gonna hang up.
Oh, yeah,
He's gonna
I'm sure. It's just funny to me, because it's just like, I have this forum where I could do that and just be like, yo, look, you're on the air right now. My listeners all know what kind of car I drive. So if you can tell me what kind of car I drive, we'll continue this conversation.
You're a lucky man, because we've been waiting for months and months. We've never gotten one of these calls, but you finally fucking called. Let's hear it, buddy. What type of car do I have? Click.
Yeah. John's over here, like, intently reading the comments. He's like...
We got any good ones? No, they're all shit.
Just John looks stoned, and you like sharks apparently.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
Joe Thornton.
I like a shark.
Joe Thornton.
Joe Thornton, yeah.
He's not even on the Sharks anymore.
Patrick
Right?
Marlowe, he's not either. Baby sharks.
Joe's rich. He gets driven around in a vehicle called a bus.
Hey, I'll have you know that he's being driven around in a 2021 Chevy Malibu now.
That's a nice car, dude.
Yeah, it really makes you want to get in an accident again, just so they stick you in a rental that's nicer than your actual car.
Right.
Oh man, was that told on the air that I was rear-ended violently when we were leaving our last show?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you were gone by that point.
Oh man, yeah, we played a show at Nietzsche's and it was great. It was fucking great. There were like 100 people there. Sure, we were playing covers, but whatever. It was awesome. We're all like high-fiving. It's like a montage of excellence. And then I'm driving Ethan back to our practice space to load our shit out. And we are struck from behind by a larger car that's going probably 20 miles an hour. Like, I hit my head, my hat flew off. Ethan was leaned over talking to me, and he went, "What the fuck?" Like, you know, like when you drop on a roller coaster, you can't talk at all? That's what happened to me. He is just, "What the fuck?" But either way, my car is in the shop, and the guy was 100% at fault, so they stuck me in a rental car. My car is a 2013 Corolla. They put me in a 2021 Chevy Malibu. I hope they never get the parts to repair my car. It is so much nicer. It's got a big fucking screen the size of an iPad. Like, it's got all sorts of different, like, climate-controlled shit. My car, the AC doesn't even work. I don't know. Get into an accident is what I'm saying.
You're calling me like after you got home. You're like, dude, I got in an accident. Texting me. I'm just like, dude, go get checked out. You're like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I hit my head, but I'm good. Like, dude, you hit your head. Go to the fucking no. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, at least don't fucking go to sleep. Like, what the fuck?
I did stay up for another 3 hours, and
Yeah.
I opened a beer, but I did not drink it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I was mildly concussed, honestly, but I'm whatever. I'm fine now.
Meg Ryan, how can we lower the population of camels?
Buy cools.
Correct.
That was a bad one. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. The judges said you were correct.
yeah, like, can we lower the population of camels? Like, I don't fucking know. Drain all the water from the desert.
There are great stories about being violently rear-ended, says Mark.
Oh man, missed you, Mark.
Going to sleep is totally fine with a concussion. It's a myth.
So that is actually one of those things that is half true. If you have a very mild concussion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to bed. If you have a very severe brain injury that could impair your motor function, it's not a good idea to go to bed, because you can have like parts of your, not like your central nervous system, but you can, well, I guess that's what it would be. You can like forget to fucking breathe and stuff, and you can snore and your body won't overcorrect. But like, yeah, it's the going to sleep is not a problem. It's like if you're laying in a prone position and, you know, your tongue falls over you or something. So, but like, you are correct. I spent 3 hours looking that shit up because I was like, I want to go to bed, and it took me 3 hours to realize it was okay. But that is like mostly correct. Yeah.
I have definitely done the same after bumping my head. Like, should I go to sleep? Should I stay up?
Yep. If it's just some minor shit, it's no big deal to just go to bed. But, you know, I had been rear-ended and it sucked.
He's right. TBIs aren't to fuck with.
Yeah, see, look at me. Look, I know all this shit. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing. That's why I'm drinking a beer now.
See, once he drinks the beer, he becomes smarter and more verbose.
Yeah, I'm an Irish lawyer. You know, what else would you expect? That's a double whammy.
I mean, if you're a fan of Legal Eagle on YouTube, you could just watch Ryan all day. It's basically the same thing. Is Meg Ryan drinking a Coca-Cola?
No. This is it's a Miller High Life. It's the champagne of beers.
He was also not drinking a Coca-Cola out of the red can previously.
Oh yeah, that was a
bubbly.
Michael Bublé.
A boobly.
Yeah. You know, because you got to stay hydrated, but I want it to taste like strawberry while I'm doing it.
I completely forgot to grab myself a drink, so I'm waiting for this first song break.
I'd offer you a brewski, but I know that's not for you.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what the fuck else is going on? I had a road rage incident on my drive over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am now. I've always had. I feel like I'm pretty chill in my normal life, but I bottle a lot of frustration up, and it tends to come out either when I'm on stage or when I'm driving. And today I was merging from the 990 onto the 290, and a dude. I don't know if you're familiar with that intersection, but it's basically an S bend. And then it condenses into one lane, and then you merge. And a guy, when I was trying to merge, raced around me on the right and cut me off while I was trying to merge into oncoming traffic. And due to the fact that I was recently rear-ended, this was extraordinarily frustrating for me because for a second, I'm like, great, I'm going to fuck up this rental car. So the normal thing to do would be like, oh, I'm glad I'm safe, and just kind of keep driving and get here. And what I chose to do was lay on the horn for 30 seconds straight until he got off at the next exit. And then I continued to honk at him as I drove by. And he flipped me off, which actually I think is fair because that was a wildly disproportionate reaction that I felt justified in initiating, but probably not continuing. So yeah, don't get into an accident because you'll have road rage incidents similar to that. And it was one of those things where as I'm driving past that and I'm driving by like the Dent Tower, I'm like, who am I? Like, I was pretty sure that was just a guy making a reckless maneuver, but like, what if that was like a kid that was learning how to drive that I just blared a horn at for 30 straight seconds? Like, that is not acceptable. So I had a moment of self-reflection and growth as well.
Well, I'm glad you learned something from this incident, I guess.
Hey, yeah, not really. I'll probably do it again.
He's like, I'm going to install a louder horn when I get my car back.
Oh my God. If I could make it do the... I would just do that about 7 times in a row.
You get one of those, what my grandfather used to have, the Ooga horns. You just, Ooga!
Yeah, dude, exactly. Exactly.
Where are the child's parents? This isn't safe for him. We're his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my parents.
We're in a band with him. We take care of him.
He's our beautiful son.
Yes.
We are like the Partridge Family. Except way cuter.
Oh, yeah. Much cuter.
They're always babysitting me.
Yep.
Even at the show.
Yep.
Where's John?
He had to drive home to get his ID.
Dude, that fucking situation.
Or my symbols.
At least you remembered your symbols. You forgot your ID after I literally told you to make sure you had your ID.
That was pretty great. It's like we texted, we're like, make sure you have a vaccination card and make sure you have your ID. And you get there and we're loading out. And we're like, hey man, you got your ID? And you go, oh,
I got
fuck.
a bag.
No, see, what happened was he was smart. He's like, I don't want to load my own shit in. Hey guys, I have to go home. Can you finish loading in for
I
me?
planned it all out.
Because
I planned it all out.
Because we scared the shit out of you telling you about the stairs to go upstairs.
He didn't want to carry. Yeah, he didn't want to carry up the stairs to Good Bar.
I was like, these guys got it. I'm good.
I'm at Good Bar with Steph, and we walk back into Good Bar, and she's like, "What's upstairs?" Like, there's a stage. She's like, "Nah, what's upstairs? We're going upstairs." So me and her friend, we all go upstairs. And there's like karaoke going on the stage up there. Like, oh, I've never been in this room before. Like, I have, way too many times.
It's a good room. The sound guys have been killing it up there, man. We actually saw the bartender, Maya, too, at practice last night. He was like, oh, what's up, Shambles? And we're like, yo, you going to be bartending, buddy? So, point being, Good Bar upstairs, fucking great venue. Come hang out.
Did anybody ever recall the name of that sound guy we had?
Dude, man, I fucking had it the other day, and then I fucking forgot it again.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
God damn it. He was
He
great.
was good. He was good.
He was fucking
I
great.
liked him. Yeah.
I'll try to get his name again if he's there. I mean, he probably will be. He's usually the guy working Fridays. He did a great job, though.
No, he was pretty new at it too. He was telling us, and we're just like, yeah, we got this in-ear monitor set up. He's like, what? Like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, no, dude, you got it. Trust me.
Yeah, he figured it out, man. He got it up and running. So
It's
good.
not as hard as it sounds. It's just when it's just kind of intimidating because it's like, I have to do what?
Well, I think it's that. It's not as hard as it sounds. And then the other thing is, like, if the other band is just miking an amp and then miking the kit, it's like, trying to swap over quickly and keep your head on straight while people are also loading out, it's like the undertaking becomes substantially more obtrusive, and I think he did a great fucking job.
I think what we learned from that is we need to get there early and set our shit up first.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But he did a great fucking job. We sounded
absolutely.
good, and we sounded good when he did the sound for Shambles, so I hope he's working again on Friday.
Yeah.
I would
It's nice to see good sound people working at Good Bar, because I've definitely had shows with bad ones. So,
Hey, sometimes it's just an off night, you know. It's an art, not a science, but yeah.
so as far as us being the Partridge Family, which one of us is Shirley Jones?
I shouldn't have dropped a reference to something I have not watched.
Right?
Yeah, can we
He's taking it. He's like, I'm Shirley Jones. Sure, whatever.
be the Ramones? I don't know.
The Ramones. Okay.
They're not actually a family, but people think they are.
And then you just take your own first name and just add a Y at the end.
Ryan
You're Ryan E. Ramone.
Ryan E. Ramone. I like it.
But then there's already a Johnny and Joey Ramone.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
So
What's another band that does that then? I don't know. There's a bunch of them.
it could be the Bomb Pops. So just add Pop to the end of our names.
Ryan Pop.
Joe Pop.
John Pop.
What about Riot Fest, man? We were talking about Riot Fest earlier.
Fucking
That lineup, man.
God.
Bomb Pops are on that.
dude.
Dude, I'm excited. I at the very least, want to go to day 2.
Yeah, day 2 is fucking awesome, and the fact that it's the headline of it, like the final band of the night, is Misfits' original lineup playing Walk Among Us.
Yup.
I mean, sign me the fuck up. That's great.
You've got Guar on there. What do you got? War on Women
yeah.
is on that night.
Yup.
Fear? Fucking Fear?
Have a beer with Fear.
Yes.
Fucking Menzingers are on that day, and I don't know if they're necessarily. I think we've talked about them. I don't know if they were your thing. I fucking love that band, and I'll go see them fucking every time they come.
I will
rock.
check them out. You've not steered me wrong with music.
All right.
You've been like, hey, you should buy this Replacements album. I'm like, yeah, sure, I should buy this Replacements album.
Yeah.
And then I listened to it. This is pretty good.
Yeah, dude. that album is like, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Fucking Bastards of Young. Clutch fucking tune. But like, yeah, dude, fucking like Riot Fest. Like, so day 2 is pretty stacked, but the thing that I was like shitting my ass about is just day 1. And it's like, My Chemical Romance is the headliner, so I'm not necessarily like dying to go see that, even though I do like them. But what I was looking at more was like, okay, so the second line, yeah, the other thing is they stack bands against each other, so you can't see everyone, but like fucking Alkaline Trio, Placebo, and Descendants all co-headlining, fucking great. And then one more line down, a band I never thought I was going to be able to see in my fucking life, Rocket from the Crypt. Like, nice. I'm there, dude. I am fucking there. I've always wanted to see them. And then after that, it's like, dude, you got, fucking Wonder Years, which I've talked about on the show before, is like, that album, The Greatest Generation, is like the best pop punk album of 2013. Fucking Jeff Rosenstock, my idol. Less Than Jake, who hit on my mom once. Lagwagon. Foxy fucking Shazam, who I didn't even know was back together. Like, I don't know.
I think if you've ever seen Less Than Jake, you have a Less Than Jake story.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Those dudes create havoc everywhere they go. They're fucking awesome.
So, have you seen Less Than Jake before?
Yes, Warped Tour.
Okay.
They had like a mascot or something.
Okay.
It is like inflatable like boat.
All right.
Put it in the crowd. Jumped on the boat.
John and I are going to
Crowd
see
surf.
Less Than Jake, The
Awesome.
Aquabats, and Bowling for Soup. If this man does not come home with a good story from that show, something went wrong.
Stay tuned for the Think So Joe show the following week.
Yeah. Was it Lagwagons on day 1?
Dude, yeah, my God. Fucking, let's talk about feelings. I spent pretty much my entire freshman year listening to that motherfucker on repeat. They're so good.
And then you got day 2, and you got Yellow Card is on day 2.
Right.
Which,
Wait,
like,
Yellow Card.
Yellow Card.
Back?
It's their first show back in 5 years.
Wow.
I was at the Warped Tour that was their last Warped Tour, and they weren't like, we're done for good. They're like, we'll probably be back in like 10 years. So it's not like some other bands where it's like, hey, we signed a contract that we're never gonna tour again unless we do.
That's awesome.
Nice little opt-out clause there.
Opt-out clause, yeah. An escape clause, because, if we need the money, we'll tour again.
Because I knew the singer was playing guitar for Newfound Glory for a while.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So the Bauhaus?
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus?
So yeah, and like that's a band that I am not intimately into, but they are an Ethan Jacobs of Shambles all-time favorite. So like, I fucking need to see them unless they're up against Sunny Day Real Estate, in which case I will be standing at Sunny Day Real Estate.
I'd like to find Bad Religion. See Bad Religion again.
I would absolutely see them again, but I have seen them a bunch of times. So
I'll tell you what, when I saw them, and you were standing right next to me when I saw them. When I saw them, I couldn't see them. Because it just, every time I'm at a show where like the floor is level and doesn't like incline,
right.
the tallest person in the room finds their way in front of me. Every single time. That's why at Bouncing Souls, I was right up front. I'm like, yo, I got this spot right up front. I am not moving.
I had never seen them.
Who, Bouncing Souls or Bad Religion?
Bad Religion.
Bad Religion.
They are so fucking worth
So
it,
what you're saying is band trip to Chicago in September.
Yes.
All right.
Gotta get some fucking deep dish.
Fucking going to Riot Fest.
Yeah, man. I went last year and it's genuinely worth it. Like I'm following up with Natalie to see if she's going, but if not, I'm just gonna fucking go. So we'll just fucking go and party.
Sounds good. Tickets are on sale now. It's like $300 for the weekend. Mm-hmm. So, which is not bad, honestly. It's $100 a day.
For that
the Garth
lineup.
Brooks show that's coming in July, that's $100 for any ticket in the building. Merch.ThinkSoJoe.com. Steph's birthday is in September. I'm aware of that. I knew that. We're gonna play some music.
All right.
We're gonna get into so the Jackrabbit. I was in Jackrabbit for the first time a week and a half ago.
No shit.
After leaving Good Bar, just I'm with people. They're like, hey, we got to use the bathroom. Like, there's probably a bathroom in here, so we go in Jackrabbit. It was my first time ever in there, but Saturday at Jackrabbit is Jackrabbit's 1-year anniversary party. Grosh is going to be on that show. The Love Underground, Underground Blow, and Dead Wolf. That's like half outside and half inside. It starts at 5 p.m. It's $10. And this next band is going to be on it. This band is Handsome Jack. And this song is called Got You Where I Want You on all WNY. Think So Joe Show.
Always hits me in the right place.
All right, that was Handsome Jack. Got you where I want you on all WNY Think So Joe show. Had to scramble to turn the AC off. Like, oh, great. We're back in 10 seconds and the AC's still going. That'll sound great.
Yeah, that's good shit, man. That was just like bluesy and like jammy. That's a really good fit for Jackrabbit. And it's a really good fit on that lineup too.
For sure, and that's Saturday at Jackrabbit, 1-year anniversary party. So Handsome Jack, Grosh, the Love Underground, they're all playing outside, and then the party's moving inside with Underground Blow and Dead Wolf, and that starts at 5 p.m. It's a $10 cover charge over there.
Nice.
So...
yeah, they get that. You know, I don't know. That's one of those places. Somehow I have not ended up in there, but they have this fucking rotisserie chicken on the menu, so I might be on that shit.
Yeah, my first time walking in there was a couple of weeks ago.
Fuck yeah.
So like, okay, sure.
It's a cool spot. I'm glad something finally went in there. It used to be JP Bullfeathers, and I liked Bullies. They had a really good fried bologna sandwich, but, you know, shut down, nothing there, and now it's like, oh, it's Jackrabbit. This place fucking rules. They're booking bands and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
And that sounds like a good show, man. Anytime you got Grosh on a bill.
Yeah, I mean, this is always gonna fucking slay.
Sounds good. So definitely something to do if you're looking for something to do Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. But if it's Friday night,
no, you gotta...
Mr. Good Bar, upstairs, Shambles, Cardboard Homestead, The Heathens, and Massive Blowout.
Technically, since it's an all WNY show, I need to tell you to go to Stamps on Friday nights.
Don't go to Stamps. Go to Mr. Good Bar to see Shambles.
Stamps with Hell Ever After, Claymore, and Spud, all WNY Friday the 13th, 7 p.m., $7.21 and up. I didn't book that one.
That'd be a good show.
I did the flyer for that one.
Nice.
There's an extra artist on the flyer because she got into a car accident, had to drop off, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Get well soon, Carrie Faye.
Yeah, that sucks. Sorry to hear that.
We don't want anybody to get into car accidents or hurt or anything.
Something in the water out here in Buffalo, man. Everyone's getting in accidents.
Guess so. Also going on Saturday. This is Saturday morning at 11 a.m. at Niagara Square. It is the Bands Off Our Bodies rally. And they say abortion is a fundamental right. Join us as we make it clear that we support a person's right to choose. And then they have a donation link on their event page. And so, yeah, I'll be there.
Fuck yeah, that's good shit.
Also, The Living Brain Dead last Friday put out a new t-shirt. It's going to be shipping out probably this Friday. It says pro-choice as fuck. Has our little skull on the sleeve. And so that's we're going to donate all the proceeds from that to a charity that supports abortion. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Steph actually came up with the slogan and the charity, so thank you for that.
Nice job,
So-
Steph. Good shit. Yeah, dude, that's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, all that information is on shop.livingbraindead.com or our Bandcamp, livingbraindead.bandcamp.com. That shirt's available in both of those places. I would say buy it through our shop because then we get more money to give to the charity.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So we just put it up on Bandcamp for that first day because it was like, oh, hey, Bandcamp Friday, they're not going to take fees. So somebody buys the t-shirt right at midnight, right?
Yeah.
And I get an email and it says, well, you owe us this much money from that sale because it wasn't part of Bandcamp Friday. Like, what the fuck you mean it wasn't part of Bandcamp Friday? Apparently, Bandcamp Friday starts at midnight Pacific, which was not the case when they were first doing it. So
yeah, that's fucking stupid.
So they're like, yeah, you owe us this much royalties on this shirt. Like,
yeah, that's fucking stupid.
you fucking kidding me? Okay, whatever.
I mean, thank you, Bandcamp, for hosting my music for free all these years, but that's
Yes,
fucking
absolutely.
stupid. Like, make it clear what the stipulations of your Fridays are. Let me know what time zone you're operating in.
So for all you bands out there that may be watching, and I know we occasionally get bands that just tune in and they listen, they got us in the background because we're playing their music or whatever. So if you're listening to the show and you're in a band and you sell stuff on Bandcamp, the Bandcamp Friday stuff starts at midnight Pacific, despite the fact that we are in the Eastern time zone. So
It's too complicated.
it is what it is, yeah. But
Simplify, motherfucker.
it is what it is, but yeah. So shop.livingbraindead.com. You can buy that pro-choice as fuck t-shirt.
And the proceeds go towards a very good cause that should not need to be a cause, because this shit should have been already settled, and we should not be having to have this fucking conversation in 2022.
Absolutely.
So I'm horrendously sorry and terrified for all of the women that are going to experience negative repercussions, or even are just feeling like less of a person because of this horse shit. I am fucking terribly sorry. If I could change these other fucking assholes' minds, I would.
I've had the discussion with people where it's like, you know, as shitty as it is to live in New York, at least we don't have to worry about this in New York.
Yeah.
We don't have to, like, the state hasn't voted Republican since 1929. Like,
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you go is going to have problems, and New York is no exception, but compared to... I've been around the country a lot. There's a lot of really cool places, and there's a lot of really fucked up places. New York is in the top tier. Like, there's maybe 2 states I'd like to live in more than New York. This state fucking rocks. On the important issues, they have their shit screwed on straight.
yeah, so, I mean, we at least have that, but, you know, we need to fight for those who don't, and
Fucking exactly. Well, that's yeah.
make
fucking-
sure that, you know, make sure that there's access to safe and legal abortions for everybody.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
You know, there was a thing going around the last week where it was like, I'm not pro killing babies, but I'm pro so and so who had this happen, and I'm pro so and so who can't afford to have a baby, and I'm pro. And then I saw somebody just take that and be like, I'm pro this person because it's none of my damn business. I'm pro this person because it's none of my damn business. Like, yeah, exactly. It's none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? And you know, like, and then I see people. I blocked somebody last week because they were like. Because I knew they were already, like, I already knew they were anti-vaxxers, but they're like,
Sure.
they're like, oh, now all of a sudden it's my body, my choice again. I'm like, you know, fuck you.
Yeah.
There is a huge difference between a private medical procedure
Yeah.
that affects nobody except for this mother,
Yeah.
and like, you know, a global pandemic that you're contributing to by not getting your vaccine. Like,
Well, even beyond that, it's a global pandemic that was not fully understood, and the advice that was being given was, we're trying to err on the side of caution because we don't know whether this will fucking kill people. It's like a completely different thing in every respect, and drawing such a direct comparison between the two with a, you know, what is it, my body, my choice, with a 4-word slogan in order to intentionally discredit something that is worthwhile is basically a false correlation. Like, or what's that? It's a false dichotomy or something. I don't remember the exact fucking fallacy, but you're comparing two things that are not the same, presenting them as though they are, and then acting confused. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, grow the fuck up and get on the side of not being a dickhead. I wish I had something better to say than that, but that's where I've landed. Like, I've been trying to use like logic and reason to interpret the way people, you know, make their choices, and it's like, that some people are just fucking dickheads. Like, most of them, honestly.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a bummer, and I don't even know how much I want to say on it, because like the 3 cis white dudes having this conversation is like, I have nothing intelligent to say other than I went home and asked my girlfriend if she was okay, and she was like, I'm fine, but this sucks. And I was like, yeah, like I told her, like, as a person that as my partner, but also as someone that I look up to, it is frustrating to me that this is how society sees you, and I wish it was not that way.
I woke up the next morning to a text that said, hey, you want to go to DC with me? And it took me a minute, like, why are we going to DC? And then it's like, oh, yeah, let's go punch some Republicans. Let's go. Like, I'm down. Let's go.
Man, this is a fucking bummer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But you make the point of it, you know, it's 3 cis white dudes sitting here having this conversation. Why aren't other cis white dudes having this conversation? Why are we, like, you know, the odd people out who can see that, you know, yeah, we are very privileged that we are white heterosexual men, you know, like, you know, we're not discriminated against in any significant way, like women, like minorities, like you know, the LGBTQ community, you know, like, but we can see that is happening.
Yeah.
And we can say that we see that is happening, and we can say, hey, that's not right. And other, you know, other, as you said, cis white dudes need to have this discussion as well. You know, it can't just be the living brain dead having this conversation.
Yeah, it's just fucking pull your head out of your ass and start treating the fucking women in your life, or the women that aren't in your life, for fuck's sake. They're people. Just start treating people like they're fucking people. It does not seem all that difficult to me, but it is a concept that is my entire life, this country and the world in general has struggled with. And as far as I can tell, though I am not a historian, it's been an issue since the fucking birth of mankind, and I don't fucking understand why. This seems so goddamn simple to me. And if I'm this frustrated about it when I am a white dude in a state that is going to retain all these rights, I can't imagine how the women in my life and the women that are affected by this feel. It's really fucked up, and I'm really very fucking sorry. I don't even know what else to say. I'm so fucking sorry. It's so fucking ridiculous.
But you're not wrong. I mean, but like I said, it's a conversation that everybody needs to have. It's not just, you know, like, yes, this mainly affects women. It affects guys in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? And we've had the conversation, you know, where I kind of said I feel like that, you know, well, we can't segregate by race anymore, so let's attack women.
Yeah.
We gotta hate something.
I mean, yeah, I you know, I wish that's what it was, because that is so much more easily called out. I think it's motherfuckers understand that people want to rally against something, and it's an easy way to segment voters into separate blocks by rallying them up with like propaganda and false information. And then once the damage is done, which it was in the fucking, you know, 70s and 80s, it's now we're never going to get out of it because everybody has chosen a side, and there's no way to fucking, I don't even want to say meet in the middle, because that's implying like that enlightened centrism shit, which is bullshit. But it's like, there's no having a logical conversation about it anymore, because both sides are just like, I fucking hate you. Yeah, and like, I don't know. And I personally think everybody on the left is basically right about everything, and everyone on the right is wrong about everything. But they've latched on to these things for illogical and inaccurate reasons, and there will no longer be any reasoning with them. It's very frustrating.
You think maybe these senators are sat in a room and they're like, hey, you know what we need? We need Rage Against the Machine to make a new album, so let's do something to piss them off.
Yeah,
because Rage Against the Machine put out a statement, like basically condemning the idea of overturning Roe versus Wade.
Yeah,
as well they should.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a weird. It's kind of a.
Well, you were talking about
if we weren't so in the middle of, yeah, I mean, I can absolutely just see some shit senator. Yeah, we need some more good music, man. Like, but like, nah, I don't know, man. It's fucked up. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's. I really do think it's just like, you want to say like political tactics to compel specific voting blocks to vote a certain way, as you fire them up with propaganda, and you know the right is using radical propaganda about, you know, that you're murdering a baby. It's like, no, you're not. It's a fucking healthcare procedure, you know. But like now everyone thinks that what you're doing is killing a baby, and it's like, well, you can't reason with that person anymore. You know, like, it's so like, where the fuck do we go? Everybody's like, we just gotta go fucking burn something down or something.
Here's the question though: does that tactic work anymore? Because we saw in the last presidential election that voters turned out in droves because they're like, no, we need to get that guy out of here. He certainly riled up his own fan base and got them to turn out, because he got the second most votes in American history behind his opponent.
Well, yeah, that's true. You know, yeah.
So does that tactic work? Now you're riling people up on both sides. So now you got your people are going to come out and take action to vote. The other side's going to be like, no, we need to stop that, and they're going to take action to vote.
Yeah, and the action that they're going to take to rile the people up to compel them to vote is going to swing the pendulum further to either side, because nothing's going to move the needle if it's, if we get back to the point where we're talking about whether or not we're going to use our tax dollars for like infrastructure or education, people are going to stop paying attention because that doesn't have the same. Oh man, see, you sound like such a fucking shithead saying it this way, but it's like, that's not going to move the needle on most people. They're not going to be like, I care about repairing the bridges in Utica. They're not going to give a fuck. But when you frame it as this, again, when they frame it as this issue of like, well, the left are killing babies, and the left are like, no, we're not. But then now they're fucking screaming at you, and they've got like, you know what, I haven't fully thought this through, and I'm going to say something very stupid. Like, I think what I said earlier is where I want to leave on that, which is like, I'm fucking so sorry that this is what's happening to our country and what the women in our country are going through. And it's a dumb idea for me to speak on air about hypothetical political tactics that I do not understand. I'm going to say something very dumb.
Fair enough. I actually saw a quote from Stephen Colbert earlier, and let me find that real quick, and I'll tell you what that was, because I think you'll actually like it. So
yeah, let me tell you, I believe everything that I was saying, but I was certainly not articulating it in an entertaining or informative way. So probably best for me to just drop that and go back to the original point, which is, again, fuck this, and I feel for everyone it's affecting.
Now I got to scroll. This dude posts a lot. I didn't realize how much this dude posts. Here we go. Stephen Colbert. If this is going to be a Christian nation that doesn't help the poor, either we've got to pretend that Jesus was just as selfish as we are, or we've got to acknowledge that he commanded us to love the poor and serve the needy without condition, and then admit that we just don't want to do it. And I thought that was a good point. I mean, and also, if we're going to base laws on religious texts, tax the churches.
You should tax the churches anyways, man. It's just a fucking book club.
Pretty much, yeah.
A book club where they only read one book.
Yeah.
Is that Patton Oswalt bit when they're like he's talking about the laws where, we're fucking basing laws on religion. He's like, hold on, I'm glad you like a book. He's like, but I would be, if I walked up and was like, I want an Iron Man suit, you would say, no, you're crazy. And I would say, but it's in the book I like. You would send me to a fucking loony bin, but because they like it, it's in a Bible. No, it's the same thing. It's a fucking book. Like,
I'll tell you what, man. My ex-wife was a Christian, and she would always tell me that I knew more about the Bible than she did, which says a lot because I've never fucking read the Bible.
Yeah. I haven't either.
I can tell you Bible stories from just pop culture, you know what I mean? But
right.
I've never read the Bible. I don't know nothing about that. But she always told me, like, you know more about this book, you know more about the Bible than I do. And she was a Christian.
Well, it's the thing is, it's not supposed to be. I don't know. See, now I'm getting into this. This is a fun show. We're talking about some real happy shit on this one, Joe. But it's like But
you notice the chat has not gone through this entire segment.
That's what I'm fucking saying. People are just like, yo, I'm not listening.
People are just tuning out
these
in droves.
Fucking idiots, like waxing poetic on some dog shit. But it's just like, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how deep I want to get into that. I have a lot of very religious people in my family, and I am very appreciative of what it is, which is it's a series of parables that teach you how to live a better life and find some solace in a meaningless existence that eventually ends. And it can be beautiful in that if you find some solace in that. But if the way that you're using that is to weaponize it against people who are not affecting you in any way because you would like to have more control on the external environment than just beyond what your own actions are, then fuck you. That fucking sucks. That's dog shit. That's not what it's meant for. Mm-hmm. It's a self-help book for you to get through your menial existence.
My point exactly. I've got nothing against religious people or any religions. Just, it's religion. It's not fucking government.
Yeah. Well, that's the general idea. It's separation of church and state.
Exactly.
And obviously that's supposed to, that's only...
And then you've got, and I know like Stephen Colbert was saying, we're kind of, like, the way he was wording that was kind of like, we're moving towards being a Christian nation with the way that some of these laws are coming about. He's not saying we actually are a Christian nation. We have people out there who do believe that this is a Christian nation, one nation under God. Yeah. And now let me tell you this, because... these people don't know anything about the country either because this country is founded on freedom from religion.
Right.
Under God wasn't even in the fucking pledge until the 80s or something?
Yeah. God, I remember reading that story. But that's the other thing is I don't even know if it's necessarily just like a religious thing at this point. Really what we're moving towards is not even so much like a religious nation or a Christian nation. It's a fucking authoritarian nation. And they will figure out a way to do that by any means possible. And it's extraordinarily frustrating. And the left is not completely... free from that either because, all of the fucking surveillance that we are being placed under basically came about during Obama. So it's like everybody is swaying more towards an authoritarian side and like the opposite of that is anarchy. I don't necessarily believe in pure anarchy either, but like, come on, man, that's got to be preferable to motherfuckers trying to control every aspect of your daily life. That fucking sucks too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this has been a real fun one, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. The downfall of American democracy
either
into an authoritarian regime.
Either everybody tuned out or fell asleep. I don't know, one of the two. Nobody said a single thing this entire segment. So
we got shut the fuck down, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. What can we say to get this just booted up? Oh, so COVID is not real.
Oh, man.
All of you liberal cucks. No, I don't know.
COVID is not real, says the guy who had COVID, who's sitting next to another guy who had COVID. I saw JD from Smitten for Trash the other day, right? And he's like, yeah, man, you know what sucked is I got COVID before your birthday show and had to drop off your birthday show. And then karma hit me. I got COVID before my birthday show. I'm like, wait a second. My birthday show was at Stamps. He said, yeah. I said, your birthday show was at Timeless Babes. He said, yeah. I said, dude, you didn't get COVID. You just don't want to play Tonawanda. So,
fucking Tonawanda.
So November 12th, Living Brain Dead and Smitten for Trash at Tudor Lounge. little sneak little sneak preview here. So I got to talk to JD. I need to confirm that. But Living Brain Dead will be there.
We will.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I this is the first I'm hearing of this, and I got to check because I think I might have a show that night. But I'll check. I think I might.
I asked you, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm good. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll book it.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah. Ryan's going to be playing 2 shows
but
that
I've
night.
never had to knock on wood. Zing, someone shoot me.
That was good.
But nah, man, that would be a fucking fun one. I'll check in the break. I'm not going to stare at my phone while we have 3 minutes remaining.
I mean, we can probably, like, depending on where else you're playing, we could probably arrange to do both if you're up for that.
I gotta check because it's. What'd you say it was November 12th?
November 12th.
Yeah, it might be the next week. It's a downstairs good bar show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so you probably, if it's downstairs good bar show, then you're probably playing while we would be playing. So that wouldn't work. Yay.
Well, I'll look it up.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Sorry, guys. As I'm looking at my phone, now I need to know.
Now he's got to know.
Yep, you've sparked it in my head. I got to figure it out.
You could just be on your phone in the background, and we'll talk about Kanuton, who played the last show we played.
Kanuton fucking rocks.
Love Kanuton, man. Angel's great.
That
Angel's
guy
great,
Angel
dude.
is the fucking shit. He's awesome.
We played with Kanuton in the opening band. My ex-wife's husband was in the band, and I didn't know this going into the show. He knew that I was in the band after him, but I didn't know that he was in the band before us until I saw him on stage. I'm like, oh shit, I think I know who that guy is. Like, oh yeah, hey, that's him. So I'm going around just like, now I'm in a good mood and I'm cheerful because I'm just like, this is hilarious to me. Because I got no problem with him. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh hey, I tell Angel, I'm like, dude, the guitar player is my ex-wife's husband, and he's like, oh dude, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I think it's hilarious, man. I'm not complaining. You didn't know, you know. But anyway, yeah, Kanuton is playing tomorrow night at Babeville. That's at 341 Delaware, along with God Hates This Band / Sundown, Letters, Atlas, and Arcana. And that is WBNY's Battle of the Bands. Again, that's at Babeville, 341 Delaware, 8 p.m. tomorrow night, $10. And this is Kanuton, and this song is called Death in the Afternoon on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. Kanuton on all WNY Think So Joe show. That song called Death in the Afternoon. Tomorrow night at Babeville, part of WBNY's Battle of the Bands. I'm going to move this up here where the text will be bigger. That still didn't help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that actually
That didn't
made it
help
smaller.
much. It didn't, I can read it better, though. I can see that's 341 Delaware. I forgot to put the hockey games on. That's what I forgot to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, they're about to start anyway, so
We
we
had on
can,
the last show, we had the hockey games going.
Oh,
we'll
fuck
get
yeah.
pull them
It's
up
like,
right now.
John's taking over the whole show
Pull
now.
them up right. What the hell happened last night, man? Why'd your team lose? What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I know
I'd
you're...
be pissed if Toronto gets. to the
Oh,
next
I'll be
round.
pissed if Toronto beats them.
I'll be pissed. I won't be able to look at you because I know you work in the front office, so it's your fault, really. No, it's I mean, it's been a surprising playoffs. Like, I can't believe the fucking Rangers are down 3-1 in the series right now. That's fucking bizarre.
yeah.
And like, it makes sense to me that as much as it sucks because I want the Leafs to be conked out in the game 7 again, but it makes sense to me that they are playing well because they're a really good fucking team.
Don't they got one more shot, the Rangers?
The Rangers, their series are 3-1, yeah, so they got to win out, otherwise they're gone.
I was so disappointed LA won last night. I was watching that game and it got to Edmonton's down by 2 and shorthanded. And it's like, well, they're fucked. And then shorthanded goal, even strength goal, game's tied, goes to overtime, and they lose a minute 15 into overtime. Like, come on. You've made that big ass comeback only to lose in a minute and 15 seconds in overtime.
I didn't watch it, but I heard McDavid had an Eichel moment where he was not chasing the puck and he wasn't on his man, and it's what allowed the goal to go in.
He had been out there for that entire minute 15, though, so...
All right, fair enough. You're going to be spent, but still,
Yeah.
that's...
He'd been out there for a minute 15, like, for the entire period by that point. He couldn't get off because that's a long change in that first overtime.
It is, yeah, it's real fucking long.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one because, like, the Kings have already won enough Stanley Cups in the last decade. I don't give a shit, but, like, there's also a piece of me that's like, I don't want Edmonton to ever win anything ever again because they had Gretzky and they traded him for money. So it's like, kind of fuck your franchise forever.
to LA, who didn't end up...
Who did not end up winning with Gretzky. That's
Exactly.
correct. Yeah,
Exactly.
Gretzky never won the cup again.
I'll tell you what, man, like you're a Mets fan, I know, but,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
like, if I pay attention to baseball, I used to identify as a Yankees fan.
Okay.
I kind of have a soft spot now for the Blue Jays because they played here and I got to go see them play.
Of course, yeah. The Buffalo Blue Jays.
So, but like when I was identifying as a Yankees fan, you'd always get these people, so you like teams that buy championships. I'm like, you cannot buy a championship. And if you want proof, look at the 1996 New York Rangers, where you had Messier and you had Gretzky and you had like all these top tier NHL players. I think Yager was on the team at that point too.
Yeah.
Like, and they did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You buy championships, okay.
So I'm not going to fully dispute that because you're right. You cannot outright just buy the championship. You got to compete, but like...
There's got to be chemistry between... You could buy all the superstar players, but if they can't play well together...
No, yeah, I 100% agree with that, and I mean that's what happened with the Las Vegas Golden Knights this season. Was they went out and they attempted to manipulate the salary cap and go all in to win a cup, and they didn't even make the fucking playoffs. And now the Sabres are picking 16th overall with their pick, which is great, and 9th with their own. So let's fucking go. But the one thing I will say, it's like you can't buy a championship, but you can make a championship significantly more likely, because if you the Yankees were spending like $100 million over the luxury tax cap, where there were other teams that were spending like $10 million total on their payroll. Like, I'm not saying that money equals success, but like with that large of a disparity where you can get any player you want, you can buy a fucking championship. The Boston Red Sox did it a couple years later. And the Mets are doing it right now. And I love the Mets, but that's what they're fucking doing. They're trying to buy a championship. Steve Cohen is not afraid to fucking cut players and make a baseball decision. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we were watching the Tampa Bay game last week in here.
Yeah.
And Steph said Toronto is the New England Patriots of the NHL. I'm like, no, they're not. That would be the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby is the Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I would
agree.
I would agree with that as well. Yeah, what are the Leafs though? They're a team that's had like no success recently, but everyone still hates them. Like, I don't know. It's a tough comparison.
See, I always get
maybe
told-
the Browns, like as of late.
I always get told that I can't talk shit about the Leafs because my team has never won a Stanley Cup. It's like, yeah, neither has your team since my team's been in the league. Or for like 20 years before that. Your team hasn't won a cup since there were 6 teams in the league. The 3 of us could get into the NHL and luck out and win a Stanley Cup and with 6 teams in the league.
Dude, especially
She
with
forgot about Crosby, she says.
Dude, especially with the way they fucking recruited players back then, where it was from the district immediately surrounding where the team was located. If Buffalo had a team during the original 6, I would absolutely be out there. Not now, of course. There's really good hockey players here, but like before there was hockey in Buffalo, yeah, dude, send me the fuck out. I don't care.
We were talking about last week that we were gonna challenge another band.
That's
to a
right.
hockey game.
Me and you with him as the goalie.
Okay.
We're putting out the
in high
challenge.
school.
Oh, no shit.
Putting out the challenge. Ryan and I, 2-on-2, and a goalie against any other band in Buffalo.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. We'll play against On the Cinder.
Yes.
Like, we would lose, though. Tyler's a very good goalie. I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just saying Tyler still plays pickup on the weekends. But I would fucking do that in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I can't skate backwards, and I can't really shoot backhand either, but I'm fucking in.
No, I'm not saying on skates, man. I'm talking.
Oh, I thought we were talking... No, dude.
No, street hockey, dude.
Full
on
ice,
shoes.
like, full pads, full contact. Like...
Oh, it's so much fun. But yeah. Like
I'm
street
down for
hockey.
whatever. That's so.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm down.
But Ryan and I, with John as our goalie, against any band in Buffalo,
Bring
2-on-2, in a street hockey game. Let's go.
Bring it.
Any band in Buffalo, let's go. We'll put out a fucking Facebook post about this.
Yes.
I think we do this. I think we make this happen this summer.
Okay.
The 2 of us.
The living brain dead charity
Yeah.
hockey tournament.
Yes.
We'll get the
charity street hockey
jerseys.
tournament.
Brain dead jerseys.
We're
hockey
also
jerseys.
supposed to be doing I was talking with Rob Stiggs last year about doing a charity water war between bands.
Ah, that'd be fun.
I thought that would be cool, like something to do. But yeah, I mean, but definitely we'll 2-on-2, Ryan and I with John as our goalie. Let's go.
All right, I like it. I need to go get a stick. Sounds fun.
Same here. I don't have one. It's been a long time, but
I gotta find my goalie gear.
we'll get you some goalie gear. We'll make sure you got it. We'll
Oh,
make
no,
sure you're well
no.
protected.
Oh no, this is street hockey. No gear. Only the strong survive, John.
Oh crap!
Oh man,
you can have some Ray-Bans if you want. That's it.
my goalie when we used to.
Helmet?
My goalie,
Yeah,
when I used to play street hockey, I don't know where he got any of his gear, but none of it was his. I know, like, the mask was my cousin's. It was a Patrick Waugh mask. But I don't know where he got the rest of his pads, but they weren't his. In fact, I know he got his goalie stick because I bought his goalie stick for him. So, yeah. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fucking great. I'd like to get out and play some hockey.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's fucking do it.
It's been a minute, man. I haven't played hockey in like 10 years.
Yeah,
Totally
man.
down for that.
Yeah, I haven't.
Goalie nets. Where we get those?
I used to have some at my parents' place. They're not official ones, but they were just little street hockey PVC nets.
Yeah, you can get those at any sporting goods
Yeah.
store.
Yeah. Or if we're doing street hockey, we can just do the tipped over barrel. You know, like in the Mighty Ducks too.
Oh, but then you gotta get the little puck with the wheels.
Well, of course we need the puck with the wheels. What are we doing?
The knuckle puck.
Either
Like,
that,
it's knuckle puck time
either that, or the orange ball that they were using on the roof
on
of the,
fucking Clerks.
You gotta-
Yeah,
Hey, you got any balls down there?
about the biggest pair you ever seen, Dingleberry.
We gotta get in the mood. We gotta play tag team.
yeah. Well, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure.
I am down with that idea. That sounds fucking great.
So we'll put out the challenge on
Yes.
Facebook. We'll put it on our Facebook. Like, hey, we want to play street hockey against any other band in Buffalo. Or if you guys, if you know, maybe we could organize a tournament. Maybe there's a bunch of bands that
My-
want to play.
My other band, they're actually in a street hockey league, so they're probably challenge us.
So what you're saying is we'll lose. Well,
They're gonna have to find a goalie because
I
I'm
was
on your
gonna
team.
say we've already claimed you.
Yeah. So Jeff and Rob, you want to be part of this.
We've already
Time to
claimed
go.
you. You're merch.ThinkSoJoe.com. Go buy your merch.
Watch
And
they
there's
show
a street,
up.
there is a street hockey place down the road from the practice spot where they play. So
Okay.
there's a rink.
All right.
Okay. Watch them show up with like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or something. Be like, hey, we found this guy.
They'd be up for it. I
He's hanging
bet
out
you.
at the Healthy Scratch before it closed.
We're gonna put out that challenge on Facebook.
Yeah,
So-
we'll do that right after the show. We're gonna put out the word that we wanna challenge any band in Buffalo. We want to
Right.
play some street hockey.
Yeah.
Let's
You will
let's get out
acknowledge
there.
us.
It'll be a good time.
I had to say that. I had to get that out. You
He's
will
got to get his,
acknowledge
you
us.
got to get his
Acknowledge
little
us.
little Roman Reigns reference in there.
Acknowledge us. You will.
He's sitting there watching the pay-per-view on Sunday with a Bloodline T-shirt on. Bloodline comes out. He's like, yeah, you and Sam
Me
are
and
bowing to
Sam,
the TV.
We're not worried.
You're bowing to the projector screen. I'm just
We
sitting there watching
acknowledge
the.
you. Roman Reigns.
You're bowing to the projector screen. I'm sitting there watching the Blues game. Like, yeah, you guys worship Roman Reigns all you want. I'm worshiping Vladimir Tarasenko right now. Like,
One.
Oh, man. Oh, you guys. I still haven't watched any wrestling. Nothing has changed with me. I have no wrestling knowledge.
We're taking you when they come here again.
All right.
I mean, it will end up being over on this screen after the show if you want to stick around for a little bit.
I would. I got Pracky.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Otherwise
You
I would.
That's right. You have a show this weekend.
That's right. Upstairs at Mr. Good Bar this Friday, the 13th. Shambles playing originals. Cardboard Homestead playing amazing songs. Fucking The Heathens. They Feel Good. Massive Blowout. Rochester Skate Punk. Shambles playing originals. Fucking Shambles. Let's go. Fuck Shambles.
And the people that are putting this on, it's Riot Squad.
That is right. Riot Squad Productions. I gotta
So-
make sure I continually shout them out. They're cool. They do a lot of shit, and Laura at Riot Squad reached out to us and was like, "Hey, we want to put you on this bill," and we were like, "Fuck yeah!" We've been waiting for the opportunity to play another show with Cardboard Homestead and to work with you guys. So
I'll tell you what, I was looking at their website earlier today. It looks like they do a lot of cool stuff for local bands and everything. And the last time I was at a Riot Squad production show was upstairs at Good Bar.
All right.
It was the Working Class Stiffs, and I honestly thought the floor was going to cave in
yeah.
because there was so much energy in that room. They do a great job promoting and everything. So just like I'm sitting here earlier, and it's like, hey, here's this show you might want to go to on Friday. I'm like, I'm already going to this show. And then I looked, it was a sponsored post from them. So like they're actually going all out to like plug their shows.
Oh
and shit.
yeah,
So-
dude. They're legitimately running it as a production, which is, Shambles takes pride in actually, we try to entertain you and sound good, but like we're very indie with it and stuff. We don't really ever pay to boost our posts and stuff, and it's fun working with a promoter that's really involved in that. It's a good time.
I was gonna say, whereas all WNY has a show on Friday, and I'm sitting here plugging your show.
Well, I mean, I gotta tell you, that's what I love about all WNY. They'll happily plug a Shambles show, even though no one should.
Well, I mean, so you're like, yeah, we're playing May 13th. We're playing. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be there.
Oh.
And then I'm like, I feel like I have something else going on that day, but I'll be there. And then I realized, oh shit, that's Friday the 13th, and there's a show at Stamps, all WNY that I did the flyer for and everything. I'm involved with. I need to promote because it's we're part of all WNY, so I need to promote this show. But I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at the Shambles show. So. And that's not to say
If that's not the most ringing endorsement for Shambles that I've ever heard, I don't know what is.
Well, I mean, I'm quoted in Wretched Sound magazine saying that Shambles is my favorite band.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So, I mean, like, obviously, if there's a Shambles show coming up, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Shambles show. Especially because I, forgot that I was supposed to be at this other thing. And I'm like, shit, I already told Ryan I'm going. Fuck.
That's right. I'm holding you to it, man.
All right, I'm going to the Shambles show. Sorry.
If you don't come, there's going to that's a quarter reduction of the total audience. Nah, man, I'm really excited
Only if you
for
guys
it.
take a break in between sets.
Dude, we talked about that at length, and it's like, we really do need to work on our endurance, but it's like our sets, when we were doing those cover sets, they're a good hour and 15 minutes long. Like, we play a long fucking set, but they asked us if we could do a break and come back and play another one at that Nietzsche's show, and like we did, and we did say like, yo, don't lose your seat, we're coming right back, we got another set, but like everyone fucking left. So either we suck or it was super late and we played all the songs they wanted to hear. But there were about 100 people there for the first one, and then everyone rolled for the second. So that's the other thing. It's gonna be really fun to play like a
You
dirty 40-minute set.
You think maybe people were like, fuck, they're going to come back and they're going to play more Descendants. Let's get out of here.
I mean, that is quite fucking possible. Dude, I love that. Like, so anybody who's listening that did not see our show, like when we do a Blink-182 cover set, every Blink-182 song, like I love Enema of the State because it is just a dissertation in writing a catchy pop song. Like, every song on that album is a fucking banger, but at the same time, there's some formulaic shit to them, and every bridge is just the same chord progression, except they move it up an octave on the second and third chords. So when we play All the Small Things, instead of doing that chord progression, we say, fuck it, we can't do another one of these bridges, and we play a Descendants song in the middle. That went over very well at Nietzsche's. When we did that at Mr. Goodbar downstairs, and it was, I'm not knocking the audience, it's just they're probably not going to know the Descendants. It's a bunch of, you know, like partying Buff State kids, you know, and then a couple people that showed up to see us. But when we were playing that, my girlfriend Natalie was standing in the audience, and we were like, I can't do another Blink-182 bridge. Let's play something else. And then we play a 40-second long Descendants song called Coffee Mug, and then we humorously lead back into the last chorus of All the Small Things. But when we said that, this girl standing next to my girlfriend was like, oh, if they're not going to play Blink-182, I don't want to be here. And she fucking left. Like, she fucking left. Like, which to me is the funniest shit ever, because it was 40 seconds and we were clearly just making a joke. But,
right.
But hey, you know, it is what it is. It's a tough business. Entertaining people is fucking tough. You gotta give them what they want. And
I literally bought that Descendants record the day before that show.
I was excited that you bought it because I was like, oh, you're gonna know this one.
Oh, well, I already knew that one. Like, I put on the record and I'm like, and I just hear Mike. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the Descendants. Okay, I know this one. And then there was a couple other songs I knew. I'm like, oh, okay. And like I've seen the Descendants, but we left early. Because, you know, health issues.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes were a problem.
They take precedence. Yeah.
So it was like, all right, you're not feeling well. Let's get out of here then. So, but I've seen like a little bit of a Descendants set, but I definitely have heard that song before, and some other songs on that record, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I know some of these. And then I told you I bought it, and you just, you know, sent me like 6 paragraphs about how great it was. So,
I mean, dude, yeah, All is my favorite band, but Descendants are probably my second or third favorite band, and I fucking love that. That album in particular, Everything Sucks, is like the 90s version of the Descendants, and they just fucking slay. They're so good.
We both saw the Bouncing Souls a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And you text us that morning like, oh man, I'm so bummed Pew Pew Pew's not playing. I was more excited for them than the Bouncing Souls. And then you text me after I had gotten there, like, do you have any idea who's opening? And I tell you who's opening. You're like, dude!
Because you say it's Scott Reynolds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, it's Scott Reynolds, who lives in Fredonia now.
Right.
But from 1989 to 1993, he was the lead singer of my favorite band, All, and he he's the reason they were my favorite band. Like, I enjoy, what's it fuck, now I can't think of it because I'm fucking on the air, so I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot. The guy from Dag Nasty, who later went on to be in Down by Law, whatever, I don't remember. He was their first singer, and then after that was Chad Price, who's the lead singer of Drag the River. But like, Scott Reynolds is the fucking shit. He wrote my favorite song ever, Mary, which is an All song, and we actually met him after that Descendants show, or during that Descendants show, because his band The Pavers had just played, and he was going out of the pisser, and we were like, it's Scott Reynolds! But, fucking anyways, point aside, yeah, you told me that, and I'm standing in my kitchen with Joey, and his wife Andrea, and my girlfriend Natalie, and I'm like, we need to go now, so we do not risk missing Scott Reynolds, because I need to fucking see him play. And he was awesome, man. He was fucking fantastic.
And I was standing there with my buddy Brandon, who I told you earlier does not know who Shambles is. I would never have guessed that he didn't know who you were, so I would have introduced you, and I known he didn't know who you were.
Yeah,
He knows everybody.
I've got a bad habit, too, of just, like, showing up and just acting like I belong. I don't ask a ton of questions. I don't really ever introduce myself. I just show up and jump in. So that's exactly how that one went. And he saw I was wearing an all shirt, and it was immediately, hey, Scott's playing. And I was like, yeah.
I'm standing with my buddy Brandon, who knows everybody. And if he doesn't know them, they introduce themselves to him. And I'm standing there with him, and like all these people are talking to him. I'm like, fuck, I don't have the download cards that are actually at John's house for our EP.
Got all the merch.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that at some point so I can figure out what we still need to sell off for those other those shirts that we're gonna discontinue. But I'm standing there like, man, I wish I had some download cards, because I'm standing with Brandon, and like this girl comes up to Brandon, and she's like, hey, I don't know you, but I just followed somebody on Instagram and you're in half their pictures. This is like, damn, like I'm standing next to Brandon. I could be like, yo, you check out my band, but I don't have the download cards.
Yup.
So
Shambles should really do that too. That's just a good idea. If you're in a band, tell people where they can get your music. That's a good move.
We went to see fucking Bomb Pops and what was it? Fucking Dropkick? One of the Irish punk bands.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was.
So
I was so mad during that conversation.
I know you were.
I wasn't actually mad at you.
We don't need to get into that.
But I was like, holy shit! Like,
but we're at this show, and there's we're waiting to get in, and like I guess there was a power outage in the Armory, so they couldn't let anybody in. But it's raining out, so we're all just standing out in the rain, and there's these guys yelling about, like, homosexuality is a sin, and this, that, and the other, like, all this Christian, propaganda bullshit, right?
I love downtown Rochester.
And, Karina goes, give me one of those download cards. She tries to give it to one of the guys, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, wait a second. If she gives this guy who's over here spewing about how homosexuality is wrong and abortion is a sin and all this other shit, he's going to go to this Bandcamp page where we have all these Pride t-shirts up for sale that you could buy at our, at shop.livingbraindead.com and on our Bandcamp. And like, we are a very, 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 LGBTQ plus friendly band.
Yes, absolutely.
We support women's rights to choose, and we
Definitely.
We were selling T-shirts, in 2020 with proceeds going to Black Lives Resisting the Rust. So like,
right, exactly.
we are all for, helping marginalized communities and all that.
It's pro human rights and pro being a good fucking person.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So like. But like, yeah, she's like, oh, I'm gonna go give him one of your download cards, and like, she goes over, and they didn't take them, I guess, but
and he could have really sold that. You got to check out this band, man, The Living Brain Dead. It's about how the American populace are just walking around and they're not heeding the word of the Lamb of God.
Right.
They're all brain dead. Then they go there. Like,
all right. Well, speaking of Karina, she did send us over a video to. That's not the button I wanted. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. There we are. That's where that was not the button I wanted. Anyway, Karina sent us over a video to talk about her show coming up on Friday night, the All WNY Friday the 13th show down at Stamps. So we're going to throw it to that, and then we'll throw it to music from Hell Ever After, and then we'll come back and do our last segment of the show. So here's Karina, and then Hell Ever After.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. I'm Karina, if you don't remember me. I wanted to stop by, but I couldn't in person. I have a whole lot of pizzas that I have to make today. It's $10 pizza day at Brando's, as you can imagine. It's, whatever. So, even more exciting than pizzas is this Friday the 13th. I know that Ryan is playing, I don't even know where with Shambles, because I didn't pay attention because I had a show. And, yeah, it's at Stamps. It starts doors are at 7. It starts at 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish, depending on how many more catastrophes we have related to a Friday the 13th show. But yes, all WNY presents Claymore, Spud, and Hell Ever After at Stamps. Claymore is our friends Nick, Pat, and Anthony. They've been together since 2006, playing old school, hardcore, fun music. They're introducing at this show their new guitarist, Brian. It's his first show with the band, and it's going to be pretty cool. And then we have Spud. Count on all WNY for a multi-genre show. They are punk and grunge from the Buffalo area. Super, super fun act. I really can't wait. I haven't gotten to catch them since they've added a whole band. It was just Maya and a guitar when I got to see them last. So I'm super excited to see what a full band adds to this. Then we have Hell Ever After, which is one of your friends, Joe. And it is Buffalo's original metal and rock opera. This is going to be cool. If you don't get to catch our show Friday, they will be playing Saturday at the Rockin' Buffalo with Pollock and Red Letter. That's going to be a fucking cool show too. But you should definitely try and catch them both nights, or go see Ryan. Or I can't urge you to miss my show. Come to my show. Come to my show. Come to my show. Anyways, a month from today, which is Saturday, June 11th, I have another show at Stamps. This one is going to be an acoustic banger. Fucking Yellow Sauce, of course. Julian Bergio of Unleash the Lion and The Safety Meeting, who we fucking love. And Philip Steven, multi-instrumentalist, producer. He seems to know everybody, and he is in Gamagachi, which is not show ready yet. So he's going to be performing acoustic. And then our fucking dude, Astrobula, he's going to be playing. So yeah, acoustic banger. You guys should come out for that one too. That's Saturday, June 11th. I really hope to see as many of you guys as possible this Friday the 13th at Stamps. I miss you guys. John's not there today. Hi, John. I miss you. Sending hugs, dude. Joe, fucking miss you, dude. We'll be hanging out soon, I'm sure. Ryan, you quirky motherfucker. Take care of yourself. Have a good show. I'm sorry I'm missing yours. I'm sorry you're missing mine. And Laura, keep giving Joe shit. I'm counting on you. Alright, so I miss you guys, and I hope that everything is going well. Keep on supporting that local music. Whatever you're doing this weekend, go support your local music. Alright, take care, everybody.
believe it will be my end. I will protect my soul. It's all I've left to lose. Is there some other end that I can safely choose? Have you seen his piercing eyes? They haunt with no disguise. He scours endlessly, and now his gaze is fixed on me. Demise will find us all. Among the living dead. Divide will be our fall without unity. I must say again, I confidently believe it will be my end. I will protect my soul. It's all I've left to lose. Is there some other end that I can safely choose? Have you seen his piercing eyes? They haunt with no disguise. He scours endlessly, and now his gaze is fixed on me. I can see you there. Harvest despair. I believe you can. Fight until you're clear. It will come in great cost. Just you wait and see. Without me you will be lost. So you must set me free. Before you go away, lean in closer. Don't let him take me. Do me this favor. He wants my soul for his pleasure. Don't let him take me to burn forever. Please help me. I need set loose from these chains. Don't leave me. Don't let me be caught in his campaign right now. Harvester, drop near. I can hear. I can hear. I can hear.
All right, that was Hell Ever After, and that song called Bishop's Song. I'm gonna minimize the hockey game here so I can tell you where else you can catch them, because you can catch them. Where the hell is the mouse? There it is. All right. Okay, so you can catch them Friday night at Stamps, part of all WNY's Friday the 13th at 7 p.m., $7, 21 and up. It's Hell Ever After with Claymore and Spud. But you can also catch Hell Ever After at the Rockin' Buffalo, 1800 Union Road, with Pollock and Red Letter on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. That's a $10 show. And I will tell you, like, Pollock's a fantastic band if you haven't seen them live. Hell Ever After seems like they would be a cool-ass live band. I haven't had the privilege of seeing them yet. We were just talking during the song break about I know Lawrence from that band. Karina actually alluded to it in the in her video. in a sense of he was, when I was doing a wrestling podcast, was a guest on my wrestling podcast because he used to be a pro wrestler under the name Salvatore Morocco. And what was funny is my buddy from North Carolina, Cassidy, who runs bodyslam.net, which is a great source for wrestling news, and it's always quoted in all the wrestling news videos I get to voice. But anyway, Cassidy texted me. He's like, "Hey, I got a guest for you, like local in Buffalo. She's gonna come in the studio." Really? He says, "Yeah, her name's Lucky Lucy." Sends me a video. I look at the video. I'm like, I fucking know her. That's Becca. And that's and she now owns Timeless Babes, right? And he's like, "Oh, she's gonna bring her client too." And I'm watching this video. I'm like, "Is her client Salvatore Morocco?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, I fucking know that guy too. And so when Lawrence started Hell Ever After, and he had asked about coming on this show, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason that he hasn't been on yet. But he's like, I'm like, dude, is there any walk of life we're not gonna run into each other in? So
nope, you were destined for each other.
I guess so, man. But yeah,
all of your endeavors.
Yeah, I guess so. So Hell Ever After's playing Friday night at Stamps and Saturday night at the Rock in Buffalo. And from what I'm told, it's 2 different sets. So you go Friday night and see them, and go Saturday night and see them play completely different songs.
Super fucking impressive.
That is, I mean, considering, you know, we've been a band for what, 3 years now. We've got 1 album. one EP and 2 new songs.
Hey, it's hard to fucking write music, man. Some motherfuckers are just prolific.
We're sitting here like, yeah, we're just gonna do an EP of 80s songs because we don't feel like writing any new songs.
The Shambles route.
So you know, come out on May 28th and hear a cover that we've never played any part of live before.
Yes.
So
May 28th, man. May 28th.
May 28th.
My brother's
foreshadowing.
My brother's birthday and the incident that gave Shambles our greatest fucking hit.
Yeah, foreshadowing, because we're definitely playing a song that references that date later.
I'm a big fan of Karina's video. She's like, "Yeah, go to my show. Don't go to Ryan's show." Good point. Go to Karina's show. don't fucking fuck Shambles. Don't fucking go see Shambles. It's going to be the same fucking show you've seen. We're going to go up. We're going to fuck up the words. We're going to swear a lot. We're going to tell jokes that we think are funny. But you're just like, and then we're going to fucking leave. Go see Karina's show. No, go see fucking Shambles. It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited.
I'll tell you what, I've been telling stories about going to Good Bar a couple of weeks ago. And we're sitting there. And this dude that was like, he wasn't like with us, but he was like with us. He's sitting there, he's having a drink, and the bouncer just fucking grabs him and throws him out of the fucking bar. For no fucking reason. My understanding, and I don't know if Steph's still watching, she might be able to confirm this. My understanding was that like he was sitting there and the bouncer was trying to get through, and he was kind of in the way, and the bouncer's like, "Move," and he's like, "Make me," or something like that. And so the bouncer's like, "Okay," and just tosses him out of the fucking bar.
All right.
So I'm telling this story now because we're standing there talking to this guy, and I'm like, dude, like, I saw somebody get into a fight with a brick right in front of the bar, and they dragged one of the dudes back inside the bar instead of throwing them out. You didn't do anything. And the person that got dragged back into the bar was actually Ian from Cardboard Homestead. So I don't know what the fuck happened. And I texted Ian the next day. I'm just like, "Dude, you okay?" Like, what the fuck happened? So like, this guy comes out and he's got a brick in his hand. I don't know where the fuck he got this brick. This guy comes out, he's got this brick.
It's the west side. There's buildings falling apart.
And he just like throws this brick on the ground, but like into the patio, I guess. I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
Next thing I know, Ian's got the brick.
Okay.
And Ian's inside the patio. He's got the brick. And the dude's like, give me the brick back. And Ian's like, "You want the fucking brick? You want the fucking brick?" And he like throws it on the fucking ground, like the dude did. So now this brick's in like a million pieces.
Yeah.
And they start fighting over this fucking brick. And I don't know what the hell was going on. Like, the dude's girlfriend was like trying to calm him the fuck down. And Ian's just like, you know, squaring up to the dude because Ian ain't gonna back down from anybody.
Ian never backs down from fucking anything.
No. I saw Ian and fucking Cam like almost beat the shit out of a dude because he like was too rough with Sally in the pit.
Well, yeah,
at a fucking Green Jello show.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna fucking do. Yeah, as well they should. Like, yeah.
And at that point, when I saw them like going after this dude, I didn't know what the fuck happened. So I asked Ian Hammond. He's like, "You don't fuck with Sally, man. You don't fuck," and you don't fuck with Sally.
Of course you don't fucking fuck with Sally.
No.
She's
nobody fucks with Sally.
well, someday she'll be famous enough that you can call her a national treasure. But right now she's a Buffalonian treasure. She's in every fucking band and she's fantastic. So,
Absolutely.
and she's just a wonderful person. So like, don't fuck with anyone, but definitely don't fuck with Sally.
Who's Sally?
She's the violinist
How many
for.
words you up to? Like 28?
Yeah.
All I had to say was violinist. He knows.
Okay, yeah, I know. I've seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is in like every
Sorry,
fucking band.
Sally.
So yeah,
I'm John.
she's in like
Roger.
every band. She's been on the show. Not since you've been on, and that's since you guys have been hosting. But
I think
like,
she played my second show with you guys. She was in
it's
or-
possible.
I forget the band name.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't.
She was in Over and Out. She was in Captain Tom and the Hooligans. She plays with what the fuck, McCarthyism. She plays with she's been playing with Stress Dolls a lot. She's been playing with Christina Stock. Jesus Christ, I don't know the list.
I saw her with Christina Stock about a month ago. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they got. Like
She was playing guitar in that band.
That's right,
Yeah.
multi instrumentalist Sally. They've got a residency, I believe, at Good Bar. They have a show once a month.
at Milky's.
Oh, Milky's. Okay.
Last Sunday of every month.
Nice.
So
I don't know. It was a punk band. Their drummer was a lefty too.
Was it when she was singing for Radical Operations?
no, we
No, it
haven't
was
played
like
with Rat Ops.
Korn. It was like something with corn.
With Corn.
Mm.
No, it was the singer played acoustic guitar. He had a
Was it Over and Out?
no.
I don't think we played with Over and Out either. So I don't know that I've ever been on a bill with Sally. But it is entirely possible that she's played
Yeah,
on a
I've-
show that I've played and I just didn't realize it because she
I
plays in so many.
remember-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she plays in fucking 6,000 bands. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been on a bill with a band that she's in normally, but
She's really good.
We played a show a while back with like Rad Ops and On the Cinder and I think City Powered Radio too. And Bear
I was at that show.
Bear was not available, so Sally sang in Bear's place for Rad Ops, and it was fucking great.
I was at that
Bear's
show.
great, but Sally's great too.
I was at that show, but I only saw Shambles.
Ah.
It was a million fucking degrees that day.
It was hot as balls. It was during Taste of Buffalo. Yeah, that was a rough
It
show.
was
for
the
me.
night of the Vanilla Ice concert.
That's right.
We went to the Vanilla Ice concert, and I'd already looked at like setlist.fm to see his like what he'd been playing at shows, and it's like, okay, he plays Ice Ice Baby and he plays Ninja Rap, and then he just does a bunch of Bob Marley covers. So it's like, let's go see him play the hits, and then let's go to the show at Tudor. And you guys happen to be the one band that we caught because it was like a million degrees. It's like, fuck this, we're going home.
It was super.
But I
hot
bought
in there.
everybody's merch.
Yeah, I remember you. That's right, because we had a shirt at that one. I remember you buying a shirt. Thank you.
I have never seen Shambles.
All right, man.
Ever.
Well,
So I might have to go Friday.
I thought
you better come Friday. Prepare yourself for tremendous disappointment. my friend.
I'm pretty sure that you've been saying that we were going to the show on
Yeah, we
Friday.
are.
So you were going to see Shambles on Friday.
It'd be awesome if you came out, man. Like, you know, our whole fucking, I don't want to, if you give it away, our whole fucking shtick is that we act like we're fucking terrible and we're not a good band. Ethan is the most talented musician I've ever worked with. He fucking is a gnarly drummer. He fucking sings. He can play piano. He plays every fucking instrument. And it's just like, Joey's got that fucking voice. We sound good. And I'm the weak fucking link. So it's like, Shambles' stick is fuck Shambles, but like, I hope you come out and see us do our shit, man. It'd be a lot of fun for you to be there.
I
And
felt bad for
I think
last
you'll have a
show.
good time.
I missed last show.
Well, you know,
bad.
it
Well,
would
the
have
last
been
show
cool
was
if you
the
made
Blink
it, but we
covers,
were
so-
playing Blink-182 covers, and that makes a lot of people happy, but I know it doesn't make Joe happy.
Oh, I don't mind it. I was upset you guys didn't play Rock Show. You skipped over it.
We were fucking gonna, but I shouldn't say everyone left, because you were there, but like, you know, the sound guy Tobio was like, all right, there's 10 people here, I want to go home, which, you know, so we cut the set down. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to get back and play some originals. You know, the reason we started doing the Blink-182 covers was because, like, during quarantine, we didn't really have songs to write, anything to write songs about. Like, the songs that we write are basically our own. It's like hardcore emo. It's like shit that we're sad about, shit that we're angry about, and it's like during quarantine, life just came to a standstill. So we were like, we need to work on our musicianship, and we need to fucking sound better, you know, like, because this is an auditory medium, and we can have all the attitude we want, but we want to fucking sound good. And we really worked on our vocals, and we did it with Blink-182 songs, because it's really hard to fucking hit those things, and I think it's gonna show when we play on Friday, because we've been back to playing our originals, and they sound a lot better than they normally do when we play them live. So I'm excited, man. I hope you come.
Shambles write songs about things that they are sad or angry about.
Yep.
Which is why you have a song about Brett Hull.
Well, sure. That's correct. We do have a couple songs that are more on the fun side, and that's one of them. But yeah, I mean,
I think that was like the first Shambles song I ever played on the show, because you guys were playing with fucking Wyatt Coyne, and I'm like, I just played Wyatt Coyne. I don't want to play this other band, Shambles. Hey, they got a song about Brett Hull. Okay, cool.
I remember you played that, and you were like leading into it. I remember you playing that because we had just started as a band, and you were like, all their songs are really short, so we're gonna play this one directly into this other song. So this is No Goal, and this is Coulter Bay. Like,
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man. Like,
and today we're just playing Coulter Bay. So.
Yeah, well, you know, once you're as established as Shambles are, you know, you got to pay a premium to get both tunes on it. Nah, man, it's just
I don't get the other band discount.
Nah, bud, this is a business. Nah, man. You know, and to that end, we've always been very appreciative of you supporting Shambles. Like, we were just starting out, and we were just doing it as a hobby. Like, we were writing songs because we always wanted to write songs. Like, we were doing it for, you know, us. And, like, obviously you always still are if you're continuing music, but we never expected anybody to listen to anything we were doing, and you played us, and then people, I'm not saying you were the entire catalyst, but you were a part of it. Like, some people actually started listening to the shit that we were doing. And,
you guys were playing at the Irish Center just a few blocks away from here with Wyatt Coyne and other bands. And like, you know, I'd known Wyatt Coyne for a little while there, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play this other band, Shambles. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the show. And like, you had reached out to me after I played you guys, and so I went and met you at the show, and we've been like tight ever since.
That's right, man. That's fucking right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's just, I don't know, we're very appreciative of it, because it's like, you know, we joke around about it and shit, but it's like Shambles is a very self-indulgent band. Like, we are trying to express shit that we're feeling, and we're trying to entertain you, and we're trying to sound good, but it's very centered on, like, this thing makes me sad, this thing sucks, let's play it in a hardcore way where we're yelling about it. And it's cool that people are supporting that and listening to us and shit, and it's really cool that, you know, you were out of the gate, you're like, yeah, man, I'll just play you. It's really fucking cool, so thanks, man. I'm happy that you've supported us, and I'm happy I get to jam with you in Living Brain Dead.
I mean, that's what we're here for, is to promote the local music scene and hopefully get some ears on bands people might not be necessarily listening to. And
yeah,
you know, so that's always been my goal, is to be like, yo, check out this band, listen to this band, see if you want to go to the show this weekend. You know, like,
yeah,
like, for sure. So like, you know, and that's why, like, I can do a thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna play bands that are playing the same night as this other thing we're doing, but we're gonna plug the thing that we're doing. So I mean, obviously, I have to plug the all WNY Friday the 13th, and it's a fantastic show.
Well, of course,
it absolutely is. You got Hell Ever After, and you got Spud, and you got Claymore, and Claymore was supposed to play my birthday party, so you know, and they weren't able to. So go check them out. They've been around for, what did Karina say, like 2006? I've known them since, like, you know, I've known Nick and Pat since like 2007, 2008-ish. So like,
fuck yeah.
Yeah. And they're great guys. They're a great band, and it's going to be a great show, especially like Hell Ever After. Like I said, I've known Lawrence for a while. Spud is a fantastic artist. So, you know, I didn't know she put together a band under the name Spud now. So definitely go, you know, if that's, you know, more your speed, go check that out. And if you want like a good punk rock show, head out to Good Bar. And I'm telling you, like, the last time I went to a Riot Squad show, it was just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do a good fucking job, man. They're really on their shit, and it was. I mean, you know, Laura, thank you for reaching out to us, and it's been awesome working with you. I'm really looking forward to it, and you know, I have every expectation that it's going to go great, and I hope we get to work with you again. And yeah, I mean, fucking, we're playing with I mean, come on, it's fucking Cardboard Homestead, us, and fucking the Heathens and Massive Blowout. Like, that's a 90s punk rock show with a folk punk band at the end. That fucking rocks. Like, I'm so into it, and it's very fulfilling that I get to do this. And like that's the other thing with this shit is where you're saying it's like, you know, yeah, man, bands are gonna fucking double book because there's only so many weekends in a year. There's only so many Saturdays in a year. It's like it's gonna happen, and it's like, yeah, we can fucking like joke about it and be like, nah, man, go to my show. But it's like, dude, like just go see a band instead of fucking watching reruns. Like, go see any fucking band and go talk to some people, because like someday we'll be playing with those bands, you know. So It's like, go see their fucking show, because you'll see us next time, you know.
Like our last show was like, okay, well, we got to plug our show, but I want to plug my friends too, because, you know,
right,
like the Long Cold Dark were playing a show that night, and it was their first show post-pandemic, and
right,
like go see that if you want to see some cool metal shit. Come see us if you want to see some cool punk bands. Like,
fucking hell, man.
You know, and it's the same if you want to go see like an operatic metal band in Hell Ever After. You want to go see a hardcore metal band in Claymore. If you want to go see a punk folk kind of thing in Spud, like, yeah, go to Stamps. That's going to be a cool show. If you want to see some great punk bands, come to Good Bar. You want to see a great folk punk band, come to Good Bar. And you want to see Ian maybe fight a guy over a brick, come to Good Bar. I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want to see the Heathens feel good? Come to Good Bar, because they feel good.
Local music.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And
Don't matter what show you're at, go to a show.
What show.
And if you want to see fucking Shambles play some originals, definitely come to Good Bar on Friday, because, like I said, there was like a gas leak in our practice space this year. We just started playing Blink-182. I don't know what the fuck happened, but we're playing, I shouldn't say all originals, might be one cover, but it's an original set. So come check us out this Friday at Mr. Good Bar upstairs, man. Fuck Shambles.
Come see why I'm in Wretched Sound magazine saying that my favorite local punk band is Shambles.
Fuck yeah. And follow us at Shambles the Band on Twitter and Instagram. Really helps if we can, you know, send you guys shit directly. We try to be entertaining and funny and not just sell stuff. So, like, check us out.
Right. So, Hell Ever After, Claymore, and Spud. That's all WNY's Friday the 13th show, 7 p.m., $7, 21 and up. That's Friday at Stamps. Shambles with Cardboard Homestead, The Heathens, and Massive Blowout. That is at Good Bar. Also on Friday, 8 p.m., $10 advance, $13 doors. 21 and up, they could get advance tickets probably, I'd imagine, through the event page.
That's right. It's on the event page, and then I'll also post it to the Shambles page as well later. So you can get the advance tickets for $10, and yeah, hope you do.
Yeah, and both of those are going to be fantastic shows. So wherever you end up Friday night, you're going to get good music. You're going to get a good show. You're going to get your money's worth. And we're going to get out of here. We're going to play some Shambles right now. And why don't you introduce the song since you're in the band?
This song is about the time Ethan Jacobs did something stupid and got thrown out of a bar called Coulter Bay onto the sidewalk. And that's Shambles in a nutshell. Check us out this Friday. This song's called Coulter Bay.
All right, we'll see you next week.
It just felt so built up. Put me on a pedestal, you know I'll fuck up. It didn't help that I got too drunk. Found myself in a bad situation. Wish I didn't have to have this conversation with you. When we finally get to the bar, our eyes meet from afar. Anger, resentment filled up my heart. You lit the match, now witness the spark. You're a fucking bitch, and I hate you. You're a fucking bitch, and I hate you. songs I can't rehearse. Feel like I'm dead. Put me in a fucking hearse. Princess Leia and Boba Fett. I'm not ready to grow up just yet. May 28th.